Oh, hey there, Murray Carter, Carter Cutlery. Back in 2013, somebody, if you can believe it or not, sent me a roll of toilet paper. I don't know what the message was, but I think it was like, can you push cut toilet paper with a really sharp knife? We had mediocre success with that back in 2013. I was using a prototype of my perfect model neck knife. Today we have a perfect model kitchen knife, and we're going to try to replicate the test. You can look at it in YouTube, push cutting toilet paper. We had mediocre results, even with the world's best steel, best knives, best heat treat, best sharpening system. Cutting toilet paper is, I don't know. If you guys can do it, I'd love to see a video. So I got my stones here, I got my sharpening stage here. I'm going to clean it up real quick with a toothbrush. Just get it, make sure around these protrusions that the plates of the stones are going to fit in there perfectly. Okay, you see that these mate. Okay, nice. All right, here we go. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a level playing field here. Let's take off any edge that might be on this knife. There we go. There's a little something going on back there. Okay, so from scratch. All right, here we go. No time lapse. We're just going to do our best to put a new primary edge on this. Polish it up the best we can, working through a sequence of finer and finer grit abrasives, all Nanohone backed plates here, and see what we can do with a piece of toilet paper. Okay, there's a new edge. Put the 600 away. We got our Nanohone 15 micron stone, which is like a 1,000 grit. There we go. Yeah, we did this back in 2013. We used some king stones. And, you know, I love those stones. I used them for many, many years. It was a very simple system. Wasn't too expensive to get into. The problem is you just had a rough stone and you had a fine stone. And even though it was simple, you almost always ended up doing more work than was really necessary because the rough stone at 1,000 grit wasn't super rough. And there was a big gap between the 6,000 grit stone and the 1,000. So you really had to use some elbow grease to grind and sharpen those blades up with just two stones. The Nanohone system is beautiful because there can be as many stones as you want, from the roughest to the finest. You can use backing plates to even incorporate your own stones from home, and you can just have an amazing arsenal of different grit stones, so you're always starting in the most appropriate place so that you can do the least amount of work. And then the diamond plates, they help keep your stones beautiful and manicured and ready to go and flat and really super abrasive. And then this stone stage here keeps everything up nice and high and you're not banging your knuckles. It's nice and heavy, and it's got rubber feet, and it's never moving around on you, creating a dangerous situation. Okay, now lastly, I'll take the 6,000 grit stone here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something that I didn't used to do in the past, and you have to be really careful doing it, but now on the edge of this knife, from grinding back and forth, there's a little piece of really super thin foil. Some people would call it a wire edge. That's kind of just folding back and forth, and I need to remove that. So under the lightest pressure, I'm just like, is it touching or not touching? Almost that kind of pressure. If you use too much pressure, anything less than the lightest amount of pressure, then you'll have to back down one grit of stone to reestablish that primary edge. It's kind of only necessary if you're going to be doing things like trying to cut toilet paper. Otherwise, You can just try to do your best to get that foil off just by grinding like the way I am now. But if you want perfection on an edge, what we'll call practical perfection, I mean the kind of perfection you can get in the span of 5 minutes here, then making some attempt to get rid of that foil in the lightest way possible will give you superior results. Now, are they going to be superior enough to push cut toilet paper? That's to be determined. Here we go. Now let's see what kind of an edge we did get on there. Yeah, so obviously zero problem shaving. For most fruits, meats, vegetables, anything you're cutting on a cutting board, the edge on that is as good as anyone's ever experienced on any knife almost. But we're trying something different. We're trying to push cut toilet paper. You know what? I just had an idea. Before we try push cutting toilet paper, let's see if we can push cut one of these generic trifold paper towels. This is a lot stiffer. Oh, knife's wet. There you go. And now my hand is wet, and we got wet paper. Here we go. That's a pretty decent cut. Pretty decent cut. Very little fiber pull, but you know I went really slow, right? Let's see what I can do without supporting both sides. Okay, there's still a little sticky spot in there maybe somewhere, but okay, so we can do it with one of these paper towels. Now, how about with Kirkland brand toilet paper. We weren't really successful doing this 7 years ago. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to experience anything different, but here we go. I just separated the two pieces. What am I supposed to do? Do one ply? Who's got the manual on how to push cut toilet paper? I need to see it right now so I know the rules. All right, well, that's about where we were at 7 years ago. So different knife, same steel, same bladesmith, same arms, same eyes, a little older, but different stone system. And well, we got mediocre results. So this is a challenge for you guys. If you guys are really good at push cutting toilet paper, I'd love to see your videos. Send us some links. All of that really is just all about getting you guys excited about the upcoming sharpening workshop in San Antonio, February 1st and 2nd at the Home 2 Suites by Hilton in downtown San Antonio. We only have a few spots left, so I hope to see you there. Stay sharp, everybody.